All right, guys, this speech is the death by 1,000 eyes speech. Let's see what is next for Meghan.
Followed up that trip, as David mentioned, to joining the delegation again in 2016 in Ottawa. I was very lucky to receive a day off of filming specifically to take a quick flight from Toronto up to Ottawa and to be able to join this work again for One Young World.
So none of those details matter. Like that, oh, I got a break from filming. It's just like a insufferable bragger. Oh, I was able to get a break from filming because I'm so busy and I took a quick flight from Toronto to Ottawa. Again, it's just bragging like I'm this jet setter does quick flights. Like if you were actually telling a story, just be like, yeah, I was so excited I was able to go to that thing in Ottawa. For her, it's just like, let me just brag, 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 brag. It's obscene.
Being with some people that I admired most, including former President of Ireland, Mary Robinson, who you heard from earlier. I joined you in London in 2019, and by that point, it's fair to say, my life had changed rather significantly. I was now married, and I was now a mom.
Look, she always does this. She forces applause. She waits for the applause that's not coming, and then she keeps waiting. She does that with her jokes as well. Like, she won't accept non-applause when she expects it. Look at that expression.
My worldview had expanded exponentially, seeing the global community through the eyes of my child. And I would ask, what is this world he would come to adopt? And what can we do? What can I do to make it better? I am thrilled that my husband is able to join me here this time.
You know, we've said this a million times. It's always her husband, H. He doesn't have a name, you know. And the amount she says my as well, right? If we combine the my's with the I's, it would be like 3 figures. It would be hundreds, at least over 100 in a like 9-minute speech, a little bit less for the introduction, let's say 8-minute speech. That's ridiculous.
To be able to see and witness firsthand my respect for this organization, this incredible organization, and all that it provides as well as accomplishes.
Wait, so Harry's there so he can see her respect for the organization, right? Like, that's what she literally said. If you actually look at the words, like, you just brush over it, like, yeah, whatever. But if you actually think about it, she's like, Harry gets to see my respect for the organization. Not what I respect about the organization, not how great the organization is. She specifically says, it's like a Freudian slip, he gets to see my respect for the organization. So her perspective is more important to be seen and heard than the thing that she has a perspective on. Just like the woman who was escaping with bullets flying, as she told in the prior portion.
Has been an integral part of my life for so many years before I met him. So to meet again here on UK soil with him by my side makes it all feel full circle. And just
there she's specifically making it known that she did so much before she met Prince Harry, because she's always doing that. It was such a big part of my life. I was doing so much. So she was always the king, the queen, the best, who just makes time for other people. She was so busy as her, you know, movie star paralegal that she had time for the Women's Summit. And now she's been so busy at the Women's Summit. Luckily, she had time to marry a prince. So she's always the one who's in demand in her own mind and in her stories.
Sidebar, earlier this afternoon, we sat down with a few of you delegates, and it was incredibly inspiring, the resounding themes that came up about representation, about inclusion, about access, and about trying to shift the global perspective for all of us as a global community.
I can't even let that one go again. Shift the global perspective for all of us as a global community. How is this even a thing? Just these buzzwords, it's like a cult. This stuff doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless.
To one of curiosity over criticism. My husband has long advocated for important and necessary impact in the world, focusing a huge part of his life's work on the youth. So for both of us, bearing witness to the power that you hold in your hands and the unbridled enthusiasm and energy that you have.
That's so funny how unenthusiastic she was now talking about something that's not herself. Unbridled enthusiasm that you have.
To see things come to fruition, it is just an absolute privilege. I'm incredibly
I
humbled.
think she might have been waiting for some applause there. And
not
Meghan
just
humbled?
Before each of you, but to stand beside you. We often hear people say the time is now, but I'm going to double down on that by saying,
That is just boring. That's enough. I'll see you guys soon. What else do you want to see? Let's get to it.